That's right.
Yeah, sure it is. I don't know. Why do you guys we're in the ground? All right, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, good whenever it is you tune in. Hope all's going well with you. It is I'm Coach, and to my immediate left,
It's Jay.
to his left,
Who's happy?
to Jay's right, it's Ray. All right, welcome back to our second session of Madden 4.
Are you ready for some football?
Well, that is my question to you.
Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't agree to this.
Okay, so where we left off, I was showing you the football 101 stage,
Yeah.
and we focused a lot on the offensive side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I have two controllers here, and that's mostly because I wanted to go back and reiterate some of the stuff that I had in the defensive side of the ball. Because I will, I'll still let you choose teams.
Okay.
You can choose any team that or you like, whatever you want to know about.
Okay. Let's see. Why did I do that? Weird. There we go.
These are the teams?
Hmm.
All right.
Unless you want, you pick a different team if you want.
You just seemed like it was randomized for you.
No, I picked the Niners for sure.
Okay.
But if you don't want the Redskins, if you want something else, go for it.
No, you're going to be on defense.
Okay.
So you're going to be controlling the white screens.
Okay.
So move your controller over there.
Okay.
Just none. There we go. Okay. I'm going to reiterate some other points on defense, and then we're going to go into the next phase of things. We're going to string together bits and knowledge from each of these plays and from each of these lessons, and we're going to figure out how to call plays.
Okay.
Because that is a never-ending component to learning about this game. It is always about when do you call things, why do you call things, how do you call things, and etc. So, what can you tell me about some of these formations that you see on defense?
Well, we did the I formation, I remember last time.
On defense.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Redskins, okay.
Is this specifically for Jay?
I mean,
Where other people can chime in?
you can chime in.
They're line for line.
Yeah.
Every single person has a man.
Every row, you mean?
That's not what I meant. But I mean that there's man for man coverage.
There is. And those will be on the lines, like you said. So that's good. Can you remind me what 4-3 is?
Let's see here. Like what it's supposed to do.
What does that mean as the phrase?
Oh.
You can click through it
Okay.
just to kind of give you a reminder. Press X to select it. Oh. So it's something about the white, orange, yellow.
That it's up, that they cover each other, right?
So what does 4-3 mean in this instance?
4 for 3.
4 was the number of white,
And
3 was the number of orange.
right?
Because they mainly want to focus on what the front 7 is supposed to be doing. Because those 7 people that formation name is accounting for, they're in something called the box.
Okay.
And it's like behind the linebackers, but it's like at the line of scrimmage. And they cover their own area of the territory. It's just a big rectangular box. And it matters to me as an offense how many people you fit in there and who you have fitting in there. Because even though I don't know what you would be calling on your end if this was in real life, but I can see on the fields, like, all right, well, you have a lot of thin people when you go out in the field. So I'm like, okay, I could do something with that knowledge. Versus you calling plays on defense to account for me. You know, you would look at who I have out there on the field and be like, okay, so I see you have that guy and that guy. So I think I have an idea of what you want to do. So we're just looking at the bodies that these people cover and their responsibilities, right? So you can back out or pick a play, I guess.
Oh, sorry about
Okay, so we'll show the play art. Remember, we'll hold right R2. R2. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
So I have a run play, and in this instance, you're actually calling something that's like fairly good against the run, because you have 5 people lined up, accounted for. So you have 1 person responsible for Streets on the left. You have 1 person responsible for Owens on the right. You have the 2 people in the middle. That's Beasley and Hurst, and then you have Johnson on the middle right. You always have 1 guy accounted for everyone. Everyone else is rushing after whoever's got the ball. So in this instance, right, I believe I talked to you about cover 1, cover 2, and things like that.
that. I think so.
This is called cover 0. And one thing that I like, high school and college coaches, they bring this up because they refer to it. Well, some of them do. Some of them refer to this as casino.
Why?
Because it's a gamble.
Oh, no, that makes sense.
This concept, it really only works on specific occasions when you absolutely know what's going to happen on the other side. And in this instance, I'm basically giving you my hand. I'm running to the left. But let's see what it looks like to try to stop it. Still got a decent pickup. Okay. All right. This time I'll actually choose me play. Okay.
Okay.
So go through your defensive playbook again. All right. So we have nickel, dime, quarter.
Special teams, goal line, 4-3 normal. And
You
you
remember what nickel was for?
I know, of course, it had to do with 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how many of what are on 5?
There are 4. No, 4 orange, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
I'd say that's yellow.
Yellow. Okay.
So the 5 yellow.
5
right?
yellow.
The 5 DBs.
Yes.
So I am going to choose a play out of the single back 4 wide receivers.
Single back. Okay.
So how many people do you need to cover for each receiver?
Five.
You'd be outnumbered.
Mm.
So go down 1 more. There you go.
Mm.
Now you got someone accounted for them.
Mm.
So I'm going to go with this concept here. I'll let you figure out whatever you want to do.
Do this one. Okay.
All right, so what we're doing. Okay. So the 2 deep zones, that represents cover 2.
Yeah.
Now, we have the smaller circles.
Right.
Now, we have 3 ones in the middle,
Uh-huh.
but then we have the 2 oval ones on the sides.
Yes.
These are telling you the different depth of coverage.
Hmm.
So the lighter blue on the outside, those are covering the flats. So anything short, and they're going to stay in that area. Now those on the regular blue, I'd say, because there is a little bit of a difference. Of course, our TV isn't going to be like the one to properly show it.
Yeah.
And then there will be different color ones, of course, but those ones are going to generally stick in their areas, but they may move around and kind of run with the receivers that they have in front of them for a little bit. But as you can see, I have a concept on the left with Streets and Wilson.
Right.
They're going to confuse them
Hmm.
because at some point, you know, whoever's in front of Streets is going to be like, well, I got to run and then you're going to cut away from me. And then he may not realize that Wilson's going to be right behind him. And the other guy was like, all right, well, now I see that Streets is coming to me, but now Wilson is leaving me almost at the same time. Now, the concept on the right with Lloyd and Owens, this almost works perfectly because Owens is going to be naturally covered up just on the one coverage because he's got the responsibility of short. So he's got a short route to worry about. Got it. Lloyd is a little bit of a different situation here. Lloyd can be wide open because getting really advanced here, the odd numbers, so like cover 1, cover 3, those ones will have just the one safety back there covering the middle of the field. So those are called middle of the field closed. We have 2 people back there, but they want to represent and protect like more of the outside boundaries. So they're naturally going to fray away from the middle of the field. So in this situation, it's called middle of the field open. If I were to know that right away, I either have an option to throw to Lloyd, and I'll show you like when to try to do this, or I could take a look at that concept on the left.
Okay.
And see what happens there. Okay, let's play this out. All right, just showing you real quick because I saw this happening. So these are the people that we were paying attention to, right?
Yeah.
Again, they back away from the middle of the field, leaving a huge window right here because I know the depth of that linebacker isn't going to venture out over here. So there's just that window that like they won't be able to cover. They won't be able to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? What happens over here? So he gets hooked up over there. They follow. They confuse each other. It's exactly what I said.
Yep.
How was Owens? Owens, he was covered. There wasn't really much of a window. You could force it, but you got to have perfect timing on that.
Yeah.
So the only route that was really of use for me was that primary target there. So you may see, and it's really tough, I will admit, to figure out like what these defensive play designs look like on a game like this, because it doesn't outright show you. NFL Street will show you. It'll be much more clear on like what it does, what everyone's supposed to be doing. But when you click on dime normal, you just see lines. It's like, what are we doing here?
True.
I don't understand what these means. I'm like, how come there's people who just I just see squares, right? Like, okay, that doesn't mean a whole lot to me. Okay, let's kind of roam around. Okay. Oh wait, go to quarter. Select cover 2, man 1. And I'll show the play art. Aha. So we have a concept of both happening.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is weird. So you have sacrificed a guy that was responsible for rushing the passer so that you can have someone responsible for specifically Terrell Owens. And it's a bit weird that it looks like this because I know that that's like your 5th defensive back. That's like your 5th corner in that position, who's like your worst one. I don't know why the game would list it like this as far as the responsibility, but the man coverage has its idea correct. It wants someone specifically manned up to the best receiver. But who it assigns is not correct. I would rather have the man coverage with the person that's directly in front of Owens.
You think so? Yes.
And yet, I don't know why it doesn't do that. So, we have different buttons before the play actually happens. And we've kind of accidentally touched on some of these before. So, if you press triangle, we have a coverage audible. Now, you don't know what these do because it doesn't show you on the screen what you're going to do. So let's figure out if you hit a direction on the D-pad. Like, does that do anything for you? Show your play art again. Hold R2. Oh. Hey. Now he's directly lined up in front of him. Hit triangle. Press it in a different direction.
D-pad?
Yeah. Ah. Okay. Now show. So you backed everyone up. Everyone's assignment stayed the same.
Right.
But it's just about like where everyone's positioned. So that means that you could be showing that like, all right, now I got to back up, I got to play deep, and all this other stuff. And in reality, all right, now I'm going to let this play out, and then we'll see what happens here.
Okay.
All right. So now these guys backed up, but they normally in their zone coverage positions, like these guys back here, they back up because they know that they have a lot of field to cover. These guys are at the very extent they're as far back as they want to go for their assignment. So they don't back up at all. Instead, they just go straight forward, which in some cases actually really helped because he just distracted the play because now he wasn't close for the wide receiver to actually block him.
Interesting.
And then if we remember which one of these guys was directly responsible for covering Terrell Owens, I think it was that guy. So, well, he played his assignment, and then everyone else was like, all right, well, now I got to follow that. So let's give something else a try.
Okay.
These ones are for more like punts and field goals and whatnot. So we're not really doing that here.
All right.
I'll let you take a look at it at another time.
Sure.
But
Do the
let's just say in NFL Street, we don't have to worry about that stuff.
try this.
Okay. I'm gonna meet you. Now, what I'm also gonna do. Ball decline. Because this is where you're supposed to call it. Okay. So, this one looks very busy.
Yeah, to say the least.
So I can't really. Okay. So I can't really show you properly like what everyone's assignment is. But you got a lot of people in coverage.
Right.
I have like 2 people going off of routes. And I can barely make out who's gonna go. But
Okay. I should have asked this at the beginning of the stream, but it's like, if I'm playing defense, because I know last time I was able to control when I was on the offense side, but as defense, am I still able to control them, or is it positioning them the best I could do?
you are controlling Upshaw right now.
Okay.
Now, of course, let's move around with you pressing X. Now you can change who it is that you're controlling.
Nice.
Now, again, these controls for these games early on were very weird because naturally you'd want to press circle to switch your character because everyone else in every other game taught you that. In this one, it's like, no, I want you to press X to change your character.
Right.
And then circle's going to be for sprinting and running. So
So
that's why
that explains it.
it's so backwards. And again, I'm glad that they fixed it later on. But that's what's like messing you up at first because you were switching to other people when you wanted to run.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
All right.
now
We got that cleared up.
got that cleared. So now let's play it again. There we go. I can tell. Oh, you can't do that. So this passing play sucks.
No, you're doing it all wrong. Oh yeah, right here.
I'm trying to figure out if it's like actually working. If this play can ever work.
There we go.
Well, if I ever wanted to call a passing play, now you know the play to call on defense to stop it because. Good God, why would anyone call this?
Interception.
Now, that's the other part too, is that all the rules on running and changing players, it completely gets swapped when you intercept the pass. Then you go back to having sprint as your X button. It's like, hang on. So just you can feel free to forget about that once we move on away from this game.
Okay.
But for this one, like, yeah, these games still have their flaws. Okay. Go back to where we were. Let's find something else to call.
Okay, let's see here. Do that, turn it down. Order.
Now, you can move up and down too, just for more plays.
Okay, let's try this.
All right. Let's give you something to combat that. noticing this playbook is garbage. I'll call this. All right, let's showcase what we did. Okay. We have. Oh, where am I? No, you show yours. Because I almost didn't see the man coverage responsibility on the streets. Because his route was blocking.
Oh.
Okay. So. I'm going to ask you this. Based on where people are going to go for your team, who do you think would be open for me?
I honestly think likely Wilson.
Yeah, he's almost got the same situation going on as Lloyd did before.
Yeah, like
because it doesn't seem like anyone's going to follow him.
Like, because Street's got 2 people on him. Hurst, Wilkinson, Garcia, and Johnson are, I guess, no. Owens, maybe. But Wilson, I think, has the better chance.
All right, let's see what happens.
All right.
So I'll show you why it was actually Johnson. Because this route, so again, this guy was going to back up all the way over here, and he did that. This guy was going to stick around close by, and he did that. This guy was going to stick over in this area, and then stay in there and that's why he did that. Nobody was going to cover him because he was going to back up because he was like, hey, I have 2 guys going right here, and at this point, he doesn't know what direction they're going to go. So he's backing out in a complete panic. What is Bailey looking at? So, yeah, these guys essentially pushed every other defender out of the way, leaving it wide open for him.
All right, then.
Ooh, this should be fun. All right, so now we have a new color.
Yeah.
We have purple.
Yeah.
Now these assignments. Oh boy. I want to let you figure out who's got these assignments real quick.
Can I zoom in?
We'll let go of the.
How do you zoom in?
Well, we can't do it from here, but it's going to be 93 and a 91.
Okay.
The people on the ends of your defensive line.
Yeah.
Those guys are not built for coverage.
No.
But they're gonna act. They're gonna try.
They will try. It's all right.
And I've got a fun looking play over here that you'll likely see in NFL Street. I got a halfback pass. So let's see how this plays out.
Go.
Yeah, that went about as good as I expected. All right. So yeah, This guy was going to back out, and he's like, what the heck is going on? Sometimes they won't have a high enough awareness for what they're doing, and they will just kind of completely abandon their assignment. That guy was supposed to be in coverage. But what tripped him up was the fact that I tossed it to the running back. It got rid of their coverage assignments. Because the game was like, oh, hey, you have a run play.
Okay.
And then it's like, hang on a second. That's why at the very last moment, he was like, well, wait a minute, I think I'm supposed to be on coverage. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I knew we were getting something.
Now, this is a straight up Hall of Fame matchup, I'd say. Because Terrell Owens, one of the best receivers of all time. Champ Bailey, one of the best corners of all time. Going up against one another. And Terrell Owens was just absolutely lazy. I don't know what. He was just out there doing cardio. I was like, all right, fine. If you won't give effort, I will. So, yeah. All right. Now remember, you can
Yeah. Up and down.
move. All right, so we got that one deep safety. So that's cover one. Everyone else got their man lined up. Now it's going to be a problem for whoever has Hurst because he's on the wrong side of the field.
Right.
Now I want to see if you have the ability to do this.
Sure.
On the right analog stick, give it a flick to the left. Okay, now show her. Yeah. Not necessarily in the way that I wanted it to. Because Hurst is still going to be running completely away from his guy. But the zone coverage shifted. He went from covering the inside to now the outside. With that same analog stick, flick it down. Oh, okay, flick it to the right. Okay, now.
Left or right? Or...
Yeah, you're good. Now show what happened.
Okay.
Ah, now he's going to run over there. So that's actually telling me that this is the playmaker ability, but it won't flip the responsibility to man coverage here. That's actually interesting. But you're actually putting your safety in the best position to defend this play. Because we want him to run over to where the help is as fast as we can. Because once I call that play, he will now run immediately over there and then get a feel, assess the damage, what's going on. Because he's meant to be the last line of defense. That's why he's generally going to be further back than everybody. Unless, now this is on very rare occasions on which you'd ever see this in the NFL, you'd have someone that's just absolutely psychotic and that is just able to get a feel for what's going on before anybody else does. That has happened.
I don't doubt it.
People are responsible for things back over here, and then they recognize the play, and then like, hey, my assignment isn't going to do anything. I want to get involved in the play because I know what the play is. And if I can't communicate with my teammates in time, then I'll just do it myself. And so they will take matters in their own hands, even though they will be the last line of defense. And like 80% of the time, they're right.
That's even worse.
Well, it's even better for the defense.
Well, sure, yes.
But yeah, it's worse for the offense because, like, bro, how did you figure this out? Okay. All right, what are we doing? All right, another cover 0. So let's figure out how this cover 0 works in passing. Ooh. All right. Okay, so we had the safety covering Johnson, these guys, of course. We had, what was it count? Okay, so the other safety back here was covering the running back. These guys right there. And then we had, I believe we have this guy that was covering the fullback, but nobody cares about the fullback. Or it might have been this one. Yeah, I think it was him. So in this situation, we have a guy in man coverage that's about to cover somebody that doesn't have a route to run. So he's like, all right, what do I do now? I'll just be right here and I'll watch the play. He doesn't do anything else that's like really useful, which is very unfortunate. And I don't know why, like early Maddens, they kind of had these broken man coverage logic. Because I would say in this situation, you want him to rush the passer. If this guy is blocking, then give him someone to block. Because now, you know, until like 66 loses his assignment right here, I was fine. I had time to figure out that this guy was doing absolutely nothing but watching television in front of him.
Watching the game. All right.
Yeah, but you're in the game.
Yeah, no, he didn't. Clearly, he didn't get the memo. Despite the fact he woke up, he put his uniform on and everything, he still didn't get it.
All right. Okay. All right, what are we doing? Ooh. Okay, so your people are their assignments are essentially facing the wrong way here. Okay, so I think what we can do for you is we are going to have you press square.
Okay.
That should change audible. And I think the button is R2. Same button. Okay, now let's show what we're doing. There you go. So it flips the play. Because I have more people on the left side, but you were going to be at an incredible disadvantage because everyone was doing the assignment perfectly.
On the way.
Yeah, on the wrong side of the field.
Yeah.
Okay. So that does you a lot better.
All right, cool.
So let's figure out how this works. Okay. Now, one thing that I always have a problem with is just me personally, like looking back and seeing like what could have been. I'm like, hey, did I make the right decision here? Because sometimes I'll see like people back here giving up on their assignments because they just magically have the wherewithal to know that like I threw the ball already.
Sure.
Even though he never looked at my direction, and all of a sudden he's like, hang on, I have Spidey sense that's tingling, and I think that something's going to happen over here. Which means that, like, all right, so now the defender has this knowledge. My player's over here. He don't have that knowledge built in. I don't know why one person does and not the other, because he's just off, like, 30 yards away from the play.
For real, though.
So sometimes, like, when the play will be over, and I'm like, wait a minute, did I just miss a guy that was, like, open by, like, 10 yards?
Nope, you
Like,
didn't.
No. But this guy snuck in fairly easily. Because again, sometimes your means is just like figuring out like Armstead's not meant to cover, uh, and that's how I know, because look at how out of place he is. Literally has his back turned to the play. But yeah, if you kind of follow along with like where everyone wants to go, what people want to do, some people will go from being wide open to then just being covered out of nowhere. So in this case, it's all about timing. Okay. Let's flip.
All right. Okay. I'm the Niners now. Let's try this.
All right. What are we doing? Okay. So you picked your play.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And now I'll show you what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Is who you wanted this play for still a good option?
I'd say so, yeah.
All right.
For sure.
You're right. Now let's figure that out. Because I had a deep coverage there, so he was going to follow back here. He had that purple route that would take him to the corners and would generally cover up this play. But Armstead's not meant to cover.
He's not getting it.
So now we're just kind of confused because that was a short route that you threw. And like I said, curl routes specifically are really hard to figure out for this game because that wasn't a route.
No.
But you threw it a little bit too early to where it was actually like, if you threw it later, it would have been a problem.
Right.
That's like the crazy part about this.
Just off by like a second.
This is the fast-paced nature that quarterbacks often have to operate by, because sometimes their idea only works for a split second.
That makes sense. Yeah.
There's a small window of time, and then sometimes they'll throw it too early and they'll miss it. Sometimes they'll definitely throw it too late and then miss it. This is one of those weird occasions where you just fit it into two defenders, and you couldn't even see what was going on the screen.
Nope.
So you couldn't even fathom how much of a risk you just took with this simple little play, and it still worked out. This is the type of chaos
that football can be.
the NFL Street will be,
Oh.
where it's like, I'm gonna throw it. And then sometimes you'll be like, oh wow, I was correct. And then like the coach side of me was like, that wasn't supposed to work. It's like, and that's why.
Alright, let's try something else. Okay.
All right, what are we doing? All right. So I've got a quarter, half. That's what those deep blues are representing. One guy's got half, the other guy's got, if you broke those up, you got quarters of it. So that's why it's quarter, half. Everything else is going to be man coverage across the board, slightly. There is one person that's completely unaccounted for, and that's Hurst. But remember, Hurst has a delayed route.
Right.
So he won't be available to throw to until a little bit later in the play.
That's fine.
Let's figure out what you want to do.
Dang it.
Okay. So we kind of go a little bit into panic mode again when we're using the quarterback. We
Right.
wanna... this shouldn't. This. Hang on. Let me. This shouldn't have worked.
Well, he was on the way, so you have to go
So-
through. You have to go through him, right?
Yeah, holographic defenders. We got. And then sometimes this Hall of Fame matchup turns one person into a different kind of person. Because why are we looking in the same direction? Why do we look like I'm blocking for you?
Yeah.
Want to give it another go?
Yeah.
That was what was supposed to happen in the other play. Yeah, try to stay where you are. You can back up, but don't get too crazy with the movement of your quarterback there. Yeah, this one's a bit tricky because your motion, your actions and stuff, it's fine, but you're throwing off your back foot. You lose all your power when that's the case. So that's what that animation represents, because you kept moving back and then you press the button. So we want your feet to be set as best as they can. Now, sometimes you can still move and make these throws, but those are complementary motions. This one is not a complementary motion. So that's why that came out as a straight up dirt ball. When you wanted to throw that route early. So give it another go. Much better. Yeah. So that there's that kind of delay that we need. 'Cause now, all right, cool. Now we're going to be calm. Even though we had a problem over here, but you were like, you know, it's fine. It's whatever. 63 got absolutely bullied, but that's fine. My route's over here. My guy's doing just fine. He helped out for just as long enough as we needed. But yeah, you're getting the timing down for that one.
Okay. All right, let's try something else.
All right. Ooh. What's going to happen here?
Well, we'll see. What? That was not fair.
Is the game cheating, Coach?
Yes.
I didn't say anything.
Yes.
I know you're thinking it.
That play went in my favor.
Oh.
See, look at what?
Yeah, that's my problem. Win isn't meant for coverage. And that's why when we put people
He thinks
like
he's playing basketball, man.
he
Get
actually
better
had the
attention.
he actually had the right idea there, And once again, you're moving a lot better with your quarterback. I think your timing is still good. It's just the strength of my play went against yours.
Right.
So that even when I had a person that was completely outmatched in their assignment, he was still in perfect position to be like, oh, hey, I can do something. Oh, I remembered who I am. Okay, what did everyone else do, bro? Yeah, because I had him just lollygagging off to the side. Everyone else still played their entire assignment. I wanted to rush the middle of the fields, so everyone else did fine. Yeah, it was just this one is a situation where
He wasn't wide open.
yeah,
He was
but
double covered.
it's tough because he can't see that side of the field until the ball gets there.
Right.
That's why it's because the camera angles. Maybe I can change that. Camera view. We'll go Madden long. Love me some long Madden.
You're here first, folks.
Okay, so now we'll show the play art, and then we'll have a little bit more of the field to see. Now, of course, that makes everyone feel smaller, but
Sure.
But I'd rather have the players feel smaller than not be able to see if I'm throwing into coverage.
yeah. So let's give that another try.
All right.
So in this situation, we got to find someone else to throw to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because they're
All right.
not bad.
Same concept, just on the other side. So now we found the window that's a little bit more to your advantage there. Why is my guy drifting?
Wow, what are you doing, man? All right.
I didn't move him. Yeah, that's working a lot better. So you're finding that window, so it's a lot better. All right. Now that we have a little bit more of the field to see, was there anything else you wanted to try?
We'll do one more here.
Okay.
Oop. Sorry, one more. Let's try this.
Okay, so we're doing
But can't you see exactly what he just called, Coach?
not until he shows his play,
Okay.
because they always keep it like 3 plays to choose from.
And I can't either. For him.
Okay.
Yeah. So it'll kind of show it, but also kind of not.
It's gonna be a 1 in 3 thing.
Right.
Okay.
So, okay. Who looks open to you before the play?
Offhand, I would have to say Owens. He does have a straight shot. Streets does too. But
Okay.
I have more confidence in Owens, really.
I mean, as you should.
Yeah.
But, all right, well, let's give it a chance. So,
Let him get out there a little more.
yeah, we're throwing too quick because you got a long developing route.
Mm.
So he's going to be more like beneficial once.
Stop moving around, O'Hallett.
That's me. I'm trying to show you where
Sorry.
it's.
well, I can't help. He was moving around his own.
It's like,
oh, it's a ghost.
Yeah. So we want that route to be more thrown like when he's like past here, because
Okay.
then the ball is going to follow him, and he's probably not going to catch it until like over here.
Got it.
Which is more ideal because you're going to give him the area to run. Because that route's going to be more advantageous. When these guys are close up to each other, it's not going to be all that good when he's still in front of him.
Right.
And then you're trying to throw. Because now, like, zone coverage, anybody that's in these circles and stuff,
Mhm.
their eyes in real life are going to be set on the quarterback.
Yeah, because they want to make an interception.
They want to figure out what is going on for them in relation to where they are. And they won't know that if they, goof off and
Right.
get rid of their assignment. So this is not a man coverage situation, whereas like Champ Bailey will have to go to do whatever Owens does and copies him. That's why Champ Bailey jumped that route when you thought that he wasn't going to be prepared for it. He's prepared for it because the coding is like, hey, this is zone coverage. I'm not really paying attention. I'm keeping up with the receiver, but he's not where my eyes are. So let's give that one another chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, threw off your back foot again, so you lost your power.
Let's try again.
But your timing is getting better for that round. Oh,
Defense covers.
Jeez, man.
okay, we'll give it another try.
That was beautiful.
Much better. Now he didn't come down with the catch, but the concept.
But the staying in the pocket, that was one thing that you did good.
Yeah, we showed a lot of
You
poise
showed
there.
it threw it exactly when you were supposed to throw it, so you didn't take the sack. And you put it to the receiver's hands.
Yeah, Owens should have held on to that ball, regardless of the contact, because Terrell Owens specifically, he's built different. Bowen is a nobody compared to Owens.
Right.
Bowen's not better than Owens. Owens beats Bowen.
Yeah, one letter too many.
But
that was nice. Even though
give
your
it another
receiver
try.
didn't come
Maybe
down with it.
Sure. Yeah, maybe he'll catch it this time.
Sure.
Lost power with the back foot. There we go.
Right.
That's exactly
Perfect.
So that's everything that we built up going right on offense. That's you maintaining your poise because you know what you want to do. You know that your quarterback doesn't need to be all fancy. He doesn't need to do all that other stuff because he can sit right there. He can chill.
Mm-hmm.
The animation doesn't occur until he's a little bit closer.
Uh-huh.
And then he puts it up, and it's a beauty.
Yeah. And it's just
So,
a quick step in.
It didn't even matter that we have like the best corner in the game covering him because you really can't defend a perfect pass. And that's what that is. Because he's just lost. He's trying to be deeper than the wide receiver. And that's what ultimately got him. So
I think sometimes that maybe not in the game, but in real life, what gets them too is that they want that interception. They're looking for that interception sometimes instead of, defending.
yeah, they want to handle their assignment second. They want to make a play first.
Yes.
And that puts them at risk of a lot of other bad things happening. And I know that there's a couple people in the NFL right now that are more known for, their mishaps than their accomplishments. So,
And that's always bad.
let's figure out what it looks like when you string plays together.
Okay.
I'm going to put you in a situation.
All right.
Because this game, early EA, allows you to do that. So, I'll let you pick your home team.
Okay.
You're kind of venturing off into classic teams.
Like, I don't have the Buccaneers, or is it because this is Buccaneers? And they don't do mirror matches?
Yeah, keep going to the left. Because now it's going in alphabetical order.
There we go.
All right. Oh, there you go. Choose your away team.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna set up the rest of it. Let's go. Let's give you some time here.
Here we go.
Now control the Buccaneers.
Okay.
Let's do it.
My defense or offense?
It's your offense. So right now, I'll put you down by 6 against Dallas. And you have 80 yards to go. Using what you know, try to score.
Better watch the play clock.
All right, same controls as
And
before.
there's a flag on the play.
Yeah. Okay, you have 85 yards to go.
And she just got a penalty.
And the offense didn't
Okay.
show
Pause real quick.
Running a penalty.
You took too long to call a play.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
my
that is.
God.
I mean, that's a thing in real life
Oh
too.
my god.
There is a button that wasn't available to you in practice, but it's available to you now. Ask Madden. That's the square button.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
And have him kick the play for you, basically.
all right.
If you can't find anything right away, and you're still in the formation list,
Mhm.
you can press that button, and then he'll give you something to call.
All right. So just resume.
Let's get back to the action on the field. You need some serious yards
Okay,
on this
let's go.
one.
Okay, take a look at your play. So throw to circle.
Okay.
Pass play here on first down. Rolling. Hits his receiver. Tried the screen there, but he couldn't
All right.
find much room to run.
Screen
Second
passes
and
are
11.
good options when you want to try and fool the defense or there's nothing open downfield.
Circle again. Okay.
Well, you're choosing to
They
run
line
play.
up in the I formation. Ball on the 19-yard line. He gets the count.
Move forward.
Good play in the backfield. Looks for a seam in the middle, but there's nothing there.
The defense had great penetration. They were right there.
All right,
to
third and
cover their
14.
gap
You need to get
assignment.
past that yellow line.
Ooh.
Really?
Ooh.
Drops back. Gets the pass off.
Ooh, I like where you were. I like where your eyes were going at first.
Sure.
The defender is there to make the play.
He just stepped in front of that one. He saw his opportunity, and boom, he took it.
Follow
All right.
interception.
Now we're on
Touchdown,
defense.
1st and 10. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Going to the right. It's 1, maybe 2 yards on the toss.
Smart coach called this play.
8 to go. Ball on the 25-yard line. Amber, long setback. Take a look at the call. Amber, a nice run. Picks up the first down.
And it was well executed. They hit their blocks, and the back found the right hole to get down the field and pick up a first down.
Under pressure, rolling. And he hits his target. Excellent gain on first down.
These guys
That's a
are just
good
out there
tackle.
playing a little pitch and catch.
Right.
Make it look easy. Here's a good defense for this situation.
Ball inside the 10. Hands it off to the back, loses 1 tackle, breaks the tackle. Good pickup on the ground as they convert for the first.
Here's the thing. They were looking run and brought the blitz. The back just used his vision and elusiveness to avoid him and get past the mark.
Hutchinson gets set. Going to the right.
Ooh,
And he's
stop.
tackled at the 1.
What's the downs?
Second down, goal to go.
Yep.
Ball a half yard away. Only one man back. Man in motion. Dropping back. Closing in.
Ooh.
Looks to the end zone. Touchdown.
You almost had him
Cowboys.
with your player.
Good job
Yeah.
breaking loose in the back of the end zone.
The defense just didn't look like they were together on that one. There were guys moving around and looked like they didn't know who was supposed to go where. This is one of those situations where everybody has
That's
to be on the
Niners?
right
No,
page.
that's the Buccaneers? Yeah. Okay.
Another run.
Good
You
stop.
can't question the decision to go for two.
All right.
Just didn't
So now we're
call
gonna go on the
right play,
kickoff
and the
mode.
defense
Okay.
did call.
So they didn't have very far to go and were able to take advantage of that and hit the touchdown.
Hey, that's just a great job by the offense.
All right.
The defense on their heels.
All right. So we're gonna
defending
kick
such a
back over
short
to you.
field, and they go right at him for the
Run
score.
forward.
From the 12. That interception brought their last drive to a sudden halt. They are collecting themselves on the sidelines. Let's see what happens here. Throwing on first down. Pressure, and he's brought down in the backfield. Coverage downfield.
So one thing that
It's never good to take a
can
sack.
still be in your
There's
favor,
nothing open
the
down
time on the
field.
top right
You just can't
shows you
throw
when
it
you
up there.
absolutely have to call the play.
Got it.
You have until down to figure out what you want to do.
2 minute
You
warning
don't have to
coming up.
rush.
Yeah.
Pressure coming with the throw. This pass is in.
Another throw off the back foot. Those ones always get me in these plays. Because again, it's not really a problem that like shows up in other games,
Right.
but they really make you care about that in this one.
Dallas comes out in their nickel package.
Let's try that.
Under pressure. Taken down in the backfield.
Yeah, that one was in one. That play was meant to be quick.
Start to get up more slowly. You want that line to do a better job of protection. I don't think you have a choice. Punt the
Ooh,
ball.
okay. This one's a timing thing.
Okay.
So the meter's gonna go all the way up, and then it's gonna go back down. So the top is gonna be for power. The other one's gonna be for accuracy.
Here's the kick.
Ooh.
These ones are tricky, so I don't fault you for that.
This one is just about in the book.
Give this one a
Can we provide a stop here?
Shut up, Madden. He said he
The
talking trash.
Cowboys using motion.
But when does he not?
Hand it off to the back. He has the ball. Kept it on the ground. Picks up about 7.
This is a good defensive ball.
It's second down and 3 to go. Ball on the 19-yard line. Hand it off. And he picks up just enough for the first.
You should stop it with this play.
Hutchins gets set. Hands it off. And that's a gain of about 8.
This defense might work.
The backs are lined up in an eye.
Ball on the 7-yard line.
One is handed off. Gain of about a yard by the fullback.
This is a good defensive ball.
Gallo in motion. Penalty marker down on the field.
Try this defense here.
Don't
So
worry.
it's
And
first
NFL
and
Street,
goal.
there's no penalties.
About
Okay.
3 for the touchdown.
No penalties.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
This is fine because
Try
you're
this play.
giving them
First and goal.
closer distance, but there's nothing to like. They can't push the ball any
half
closer.
the distance to the goal.
Yeah, like they can't move the ball any closer. Nope.
Just like him.
Yeah, they just got to throw. That's all.
We're going to see what happened here. This is a
No worries.
perfect run. He gets it and boom, he pounds his way in for the score.
Is there extra point?
The lineup for the extra point. And it's up. And he kicks on the extra point.
Kick is good.
All right, so we'll get another kickoff for you.
Sure.
The clock has
Here's the
14
kickoff.
seconds.
I'm not worried about the situation.
Sends it sail. From the 2-yard line.
If they want a shot in this one, they got to put something together on this
Remember,
run.
when you have the ball in
This isn't
offense,
much
you can run
So they
blitz.
have first and 10.
Oh,
Ball
right.
at their own 10.
Yeah,
Right.
that's why sometimes you feel a little slower when you finally have the ball.
To the air on first down. It's the pass.
Nice.
A display of great hands on that catch.
That receiver has all the tools. Don't try and throw this to the middle of the field. The guy will never have a
Okay,
chance to
it's
get out
gonna
of
the
bounds
play's gonna
without
be
the
over,
block.
but you can
And
restart
runs
the
out.
situation.
Final score
Correct.
is Dallas
I think we
19,
can call for now today.
Tampa Bay.
Huh?
I think we can call for now today.
You sure?
This is Al
Okay.
Michaels with
Yeah.
John Madden saying goodbye for EA Sports.
Let me see.
But that was
I
fun.
wanted to ask you, do you feel more comfortable on defense than you do on offense?
I do, yeah.
I noticed because you take your time on defense, but you rush on offense.
Well, we saw in this, sure, but like that's mostly due to like I'm more thinking about the clock, really.
Oh,
Yeah. Like when we were doing the practice rounds, the reverse of that was true.
And NFL Street, there's no time.
Even better.
Oh, good. I like the sound of that. Okay, I keep talking about this game. If only there was some way to preview it. What do you know? Season preview.
Oh,
It's
okay, let's do this.
Let's watch this together. Because, Happy, I don't think you really are familiar with this game.
I'm not familiar with this game. I'm only familiar with Madden when it comes to football games.
All right. Well, let's watch this together.
All right.
EA Sports.
Oh yeah.
There are no coaches. There are no stadiums. Play where we want, how we want. This is style over strategy.
Oh, okay.
No sidelines. Out here, we play both sides of the ball.
We go to the streets.
This is Flash of fundamentals. We play by our rules. Get ready, because this is who we really are. This is our game.
I like it. Oh man, I can't wait till 2004.
Yeah, that's where we're going to be going.
Okay.
So, yeah. Don't worry too much.
No penalties, no time.
No coaches, no referees, no stadiums. So
Okay.
what the heck's going to happen now?
Wild Wild West. Football.
They also simplified the amount of people on the field.
Hmm.
No one needs 11. We'll give you 7.
Okay, 7 can work.
Here's the catch.
Yeah.
7 people. The same 7 people for offense and defense.
Oh,
What do you mean by that?
So
that means
your
the same
quarterback,
people.
your quarterback will play defense. Your linebacker will play offense. So whoever you choose on your team, that is your full team for everything.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
they
that
say, well, they say, oh, no strategy, but there is a bit of strategy.
Oh yeah, for their own sort of methods. So yeah, that's where we're going to be building up. So that's what we've been building up towards.
I like the sound of this.
One thing I'm going to have you do, there's nothing else to it other than these little situations. And I think you'd like these because this provides some practice for the defensive components, which are going to help carry over for the other team. Okay? So I'm going to have you try this just before we clock out of here.
What is this, Coach?
These are mini games
Okay.
dedicated for certain positions.
All right, let's go. Okay. Oh, I didn't have enough time to read it. It's all right. Tackle the HP as quickly as possible. To attempt a diving tackle, press square. To sprint, hold down. Press circle. To strip the ball, press L2. Okay.
So it keeps track of this one. Now, I set this up. I don't know if it's going to automatically have me as a player. Okay, it does have me as a player. I'm going to disconnect myself. Okay. Because I don't want to confuse the game. You go to try.
Oh, here we go. Wait, hold on. What am I right now?
You're in blue.
Okay.
Yes, you're controlling quarter. All right, that's right. Oh. Nice. Good. Arr. Ooh. Ooh. You had the right idea. Nice.
Yes. Deserve it.
Yep. No. Try it.
Yes.
I notice you have a tendency to kind of go forward or move forward 1st. Just stay, and then get a feel for where he's going, and then you can move. Because sometimes those blue dummies will get in your way,
Right.
but it's even worse when you kind of move in front of them. This is why we're practicing.
Nice. Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're putting them in a lot better positions. That's all right. I'm getting the right idea now. What a play.
Nice.
Ah.
That's dirty. They made him lose points. He had the trophy and they made him lose points.
Yeah, been there before. Let's see if we can stick to that. Let's get that bronze.
All right.
You had it.
Yeah, those again. It's tricky with the circle and the square, or not a circle and an X, being the different buttons like that.
That was just very quick right there.
Yeah, a lot of this is. From
Oh.
Bettis, nobody remembers you as a Ram. Ooh.
Big point.
Oh, okay. We're nearly there. There you go. Nice. I gave you credit for that too. You just have to hold it.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
Nice.
Is this in-game music?
Yeah. I mean, it is Outcast.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a funky decision, I will admit. I much prefer the soundtracks in 2003 than this game. Uh, I got it. Oh, That was weird.
No.
Tried to juke.
Alright, good, good, nice.
Almost.
Oh, nice. Jerome Bettis is a huge human being. His nickname was the Bus.
See why.
It didn't help that he was, with the Steelers that are black and yellow. So at his best, he looked like a big school bus.
You want to stop there?
Yeah, we'll pause right now, but I do like this.
All right.
Cool.
Because I want to get you
No, I do appreciate it. It was good.
better at like those angles, because those are everyone struggles with them in real life too.
No, I do appreciate it.
Football season is right around the corner too. I think it's helpful to watch a couple of games just so you can see like real life plays, how they develop, how they are called, and what is. I don't know. I just think that would help.
I think watching one game is going to be slightly overwhelming, but I can certainly send snippets.
Yeah.
Because I follow a ton of people that break things down from a dang near frame by frame standpoint
Yeah.
to make everything that you're seeing simpler. If you just want to focus on like one assignment at a time.
Mechanics.
So, yeah, we can. That's almost going to be like one of my stream ideas too. Is like we won't be playing a game. We'll just be looking at a concept or something like that.
Yeah.
Just really simplify it, make it easy for everybody to, not only in the room, but like everyone else that's following along, because we surprisingly had a wide reach, geographically speaking, for this.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you that. The last time we played this, we were pretty wide reaching. The numbers were very good for this game.
Really.
Yeah. So
And
we took a
wide
look.
reaching as far as where?
So we had like 90 views so far as of this recording. 60 on YouTube, 30 on Twitch. So I was taking a look at the numbers for the 60 viewers on YouTube. I'm like, hey, where did you guys come from? 43% were from the US.
Wow.
So like 57% of our audience that was watching that stuck around for about 10 minutes.
Oh, nice.
And was just like, on an average of 10 minutes, it was just like, hey, there is an interest to be found outside of this country. So, and I think that a lot of people that would be in those shoes wouldn't be that far off from the skill set. So I think it's going to be really helpful to kind of like see the progression system of the streaming skill set and then like the viewing comprehension.
Yeah.
So, and again, I'm glad that we're stopping because I don't want it to be overwhelming.
It's a little, yeah.
So, yeah, I leave that up to you as to like when to really stop. But I just wanted to let that be the last thing.
No, I do appreciate that.
All right. So we'll call it here.
Well, Ray headed off to bed, so
You know what? Let's do something different. Why don't you say what we learned?
we learned that we need more practice.
Okay.
And we learned that you are more comfortable on defense than you are on offense in an actual game.
Right.
Yes. I
That
think
is-
that's too, also from the pressure of the clock. I think
It
that's
is.
part of it too.
Yeah, and that's like really crazy because when I was thinking about this idea, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna have Ray take over for offense, and I want Jay to take over for defense. I think that they'll both be comfortable with where they are. And I was like, wow, I'm kind of looking at this now. I'm like, I think Jay actually will be more comfortable on defense. I just had to like wait to see it for myself. But I'm like, no, I was actually kind of right. So yeah, we'll do some more exploring. NFL Street is faster paced, but it is still it's also more fun because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
For reals though.
So
It's street ball.
yeah, it's backyard football in video game form.
Basically, yeah.
And I'm like, I love that because you give everybody else like more character, more personality. Because again, we don't want to forget that this game was 50% of the time it's meant for fun.
At the end of the day, yes. What I always say, if you're not having fun, what's the point in doing it?
Yeah. So with that being said, folks, lock your doors, lock your windows, travel safe, don't die, and we shall see you very soon. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow night because this was an audible for tonight.
Yeah, this is a slightly off the cuff, ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we shall see you then.
See you next
Bye.
time. Bye.